this trade opportunity was really good on ES and NQ. You had a second trade over here, and you could have had your stop loss slightly above, right? That was one entry you could have taken. And you also had a third entry, which is over here at the level as well. You can have the same kind of stop loss over here. So these were all fantastic trades that played out, right? This one, and of course this one. They all played out. Now, the trick with this trade is to understand what was happening in this region and this region. And this is what we're going to break down in the markets right now on the footprint charts. So on the footprint charts, as you can see, price breaks out of this level over here. So we see a ton of aggressive buying step in. Now, as price comes back in to retest this area, we have a ton of aggressive sellers. So at this point, we've established that aggressive sellers have failed to drive price lower. This is what confirms the fair value gap to be strong, right? This is a strong bullish fair value gap. And the reason we know that once again is because of this delta. And what I want traders to understand is that we cannot predict this information simply by using candlesticks, right? This candlestick, they're not telling us who's actually aggressive and who's passive. So what this means, I want traders to understand now, we had a lot of aggressive sellers in this region, right? This was a lot of aggressive sellers. We had a lot of aggressive sellers in this region. Now, this here is what we call absorption, right? When we see a ton of aggressive sellers within a particular region, right? The sellers in this region were being absorbed. None of them are being rewarded, and we can see that via the footprint charts, because the footprint charts essentially tell us that we have tons of red delta with no reward. And what's interesting is that we see some aggressive buyers that are creeping in over here. We see aggressive buyers. So this is showing us that sellers are struggling. Sellers are struggling at this fair value gap, which shows us it is a strong fair value gap. So when we go back to the regular price action chart, if I replay price, we talk through this candle by candle, right? So again, we're looking for those aggressive sellers to come in. Price comes in.